and we welcome you to the road to the Final Four right after this. First round action today on TBS, CBS, TNT, and True TV. And at the top of the featured games, you can see Vanderbilt and Northwestern. Northwestern making their first NCAA tournament appearance today. And they've got Vanderbilt in the West region. It's 8-9 game. That game in Salt Lake City, which you see on your screen. You can see it on TBS. And then later on TBS, it's another good game between Virginia Commonwealth and St. Mary's, not Mount St. Mary's. They'll be playing tonight on CBS, Mount St. Mary's and Villanova. Virginia Tech, Wisconsin will follow the Mount St. Mary's Villanova game on CBS. That another 8-9 game from the East region. And we had some thrillers in the previous nights in Dayton, Ohio for the first four, including last night, Providence and USC. So let's first talk about North Carolina Central and UC Davis. The winner would play Kansas on Friday. And Kansas, again, a number one seed. But the game came down to the last shot, just like the previous night's 16 game. 16 versus 16. But in the end, it was UC Davis moving on, and they will take one. Kansas will have that one tomorrow in a 16-1 match. All of the games today, we've got. Let's look at all. So let's get to the games on True TV today. In the first window, after Inside March Madness, Infinity NCAA tip-off, you'll find a doubleheader: UNC Wilmington against Virginia, followed by East Tennessee State and Florida, and then later on True TV, it's Vermont, Purdue, followed by Nevada, Iowa State. And on TBS today, it's South Dakota State and Gonzaga, followed by Vanderbilt and Northwestern. And then later on TBS, it's VCU against St. Mary's, followed by North Dakota, Arizona on TNT. It's Winthrop Butler, followed by Middle Tennessee, Minnesota, those games from Milwaukee. And then it's Xavier, Maryland, and Florida Gulf Coast, Florida State from Orlando. And then the CBS games, which our first game coverage begins top of the hour on CBS. It's Princeton, Notre Dame from Buffalo. Then it's Bucknell, West Virginia from Buffalo. Then later on CBS, it's the number one seed, Villanova, taking on Mount St. Mary's from Buffalo. I think it's a quadruple header from Buffalo on CBS today. So presumably, it might be Jim Nance. I'm not sure. I don't know anything that's confirmed. I can look it up. Okay. Okay, so Vern Lundquist will get the call on CBS today in all of the CBS games. Well, good for him. The games from Orlando. Will be Ian Eagle, Steve Lavin, and Washburn. Milwaukee's Carter Blackburn, Mike Jaminski, some Antoletti guy, and then Lisa Byington. And then I think, what is it? I don't know. I think Sacramento. You're actually right. It's got to be Salt Lake City. We'll have Catalan Lapis Earl. I think that's Salt Lake City. And then there's probably one I haven't said, right? Oh, got them all. Jim Nance will be in tomorrow for the games in let me think. It's Louisville's region. It's the Midwest from Indianapolis. So Indianapolis is where Jim Nance will be. And I think Tulsa's kind of Harlan. Spiro Ditas is, I believe, headed out for Sacramento. Brian Anderson, Morris, Seton Hall, Arkansas. Let's see. Greenville, that's where you'll see Brian Anderson, Chris Webber, Willis Johnson. So, guys, you're running out of time to fill out a bracket. I'm going to quickly fill out a bracket on ESPN. I'll try to do well on this. Okay. So I'm going to show you this. My bracket. Okay, this is obviously how you can pick a perfect bracket if you follow me. Obviously not. these are obvious winners. Wisconsin, Virginia, Florida. I'm going to go with SMU on this bracket. USC? I don't know if they can get a Tulsa. Get a win. I'll go for the upset. Marquette beat Villanova, so I'm going to go Miami in that game. I don't see an upset over these two teams. They're well coached. Well, West region, or West Coast, not West region. It's like the Midwest, right? Okay, so let's go down here for the first round games today. Again, these are not my picks for the first round games. I will have my picks for the first round games later in the show. So obviously, I have different picks on what time the show is. Okay. So you can watch all your games on the March Madness app. Download it now today from your app store. Where's this at? Orlando? This is New York. In the Midwest region. Got Kansas, Iowa State, Creighton. Wait, no, Oregon. Louisville, Kansas. We're in KC. The West and the South regions. Start in the South. We've got North Carolina, Butler. They're just too good of a team in the perimeter. UCLA, Kentucky, UNC, Kentucky. Where's this at? Buffalo? I'm like out of my mind with some of these picks. Like I need to take a chill pill. So now the Final Four. Arizona, Kentucky, Kansas. Let's go like 65. To 70. Yeah. Arizona. I'm not a believer in Arizona, but you never know. I don't think they will, but that's just what came through my head. As the most logical end of the season. If you have not heard the theme song for March Madness enough, check out SN Sports. The theme song for March Madness on the opening to March Madness is on the SN Sports YouTube channel. Today, the entire West region will be playing. We had two matchups up here. Which are phenomenal matchups. first round coverage begins right here on the Star. We'll be back 10 a.m. tomorrow right here on SRN. The West region. So many games in the West region. 4 of them in Salt Lake City. On TBS. TBS will be in the West region on from Salt Lake City for 4 games. Wow. Okay, so coming up, our picks on the games today. March Madness. Let's see. I need some water. So we're back here on the Star. So we've got a good one today. Our featured games: Vanderbilt, Northwestern, Virginia Commonwealth, St. Mary's, and then the final featured game, Virginia Tech and Wisconsin. And it's time to make our picks on today's games. Finally, it has come time to make the picks. And Jordan just sent picks in, but for some reason he couldn't make the show. I don't know why. He must be like dead. So his picks will be ended first. He is winning right now. I don't like that. Okay, so we've got. He's going with Florida. I'll do that. He's going to go with Florida. Minnesota. Butler. Iowa State. Purdue. I'm gonna have to go for a couple upsets today. Gonzaga. Vanderbilt. Notre Dame. West Virginia. Maryland, Florida State, Mount St. Mary's in Arizona. Maryland, Florida State. Oh, he didn't pick that. We're gonna be critical on him because he didn't pick the right that team. I know what he means, but I'm just giving him a hard time because he's ahead. I really love Gooden. He knows it. He's located. Okay. He's going with St. Mary's. You kidding me? Document. What did I do to you? It knows that it just It knows that it can do what it wants. I guess we're just gonna deal with it. I just don't like losing. Virginia. Today's picks are sponsored by Watts Jr. 23, the official sponsor of the road to the Final Four. I'm going to go with Villanova because a 16 seed has never beaten a 1 seed. I'm going to go with Wisconsin because they're very underseeded. They can play with Virginia Tech's tempo. Virginia Tech, not a big team. Contrast for Wisconsin, they are a big team. They will come out on top against Virginia Tech today. Virginia against UNC Wilmington. I've got the Cavaliers of Virginia. East Tennessee State against Florida. I've got the Gators. It's in Orlando. I don't think East Tennessee State knows how to beat Florida. Vanderbilt does, though. What is this? Middle Tennessee and Minnesota. Too close to a home game for the Gophers. They're going to come out on top. Winthrop and Butler. Well, I've got Butler. They have beaten Villanova twice this season. I've not seen Winthrop, and I think Butler will get the win today. Nevada and Iowa State. Again, same thing I said with the Gophers. Practically a home game. Nevada having to travel a lot farther. We're going to go with the Cyclones of Iowa State. Purdue. Oh, you know that I'm going with Purdue. They have played phenomenal this year. And again, much farther for Vermont to travel. The Milwaukee games have given so much court. And we head out to Salt Lake City. All the rest of our picks are from the West region. The Jackrabbits of South Dakota State or Gonzaga. Obviously, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. What do you think? I'm not the producer guy that goes with the other team, okay? Northwestern and the Vanderbilt. Too easy. Just too easy. Since Salt Lake City, I'm not going to play too risky. I'm going to go Vanderbilt. But I do think Northwestern is a good team in the Big Ten. They have had a great season. I'm nothing against Northwestern, but I can't afford to lose another game to this man that they called Waz, okay? Princeton and Notre Dame, that game in Buffalo coming up top of the hour on CBS. Coverage begins. It'll be Vern Lundquist, Jim Spanarkel. I've got Notre Dame. Heartbreaking loss to Duke in the championship of the ACC. They will respond to Princeton. They have something to play for. They want to get to their third straight Elite Eight. Bucknell and West Virginia from Buffalo. West Virginia. They came back to Kansas State. Kansas State, they're also in the field. They'll be playing, I believe, today. Are they today? I don't know. Kansas State's today, right? I'm so lost. No, so Kansas State. Of course, that is actually on Friday, isn't it? It is. So they get. I did not know Kansas State got 2 days off. Yeah, they came back to Kansas State. Kansas State. They beat Wake Forest 2 nights ago in the first 4. Okay. Xavier and Maryland. I am a huge Big Ten homer. I am not going to pick against the Terps. They have had a great year. And will continue in the first round of the West region, that game in Orlando. The battle. Okay, so sorry about that interruption. The Battle of Florida in Orlando. Florida Gulf Cuts and Florida State. It's been a phenomenal year for both teams, but I think the Seminoles will come out on top because of their great play. Never try this at home. Okay. St. Mary's against Virginia Commonwealth. That game, Salt Lake City. I'm going to St. Mary's because it's a West Coast game, and Virginia Commonwealth, not quite from the West Coast, St. Mary's is. And the same thing I'll say with Arizona. It's from the West Coast. You can't go against Arizona. Didn't they win the Pac-12 tournament in the Pac-12 regular season? I'm not sure, but this Arizona team's legit. They are legit. They'll come out on top against North Dakota. For our entire crew, this has been a presentation of the road to the Final Four. We are just April 1st is when the Final Four begins. You can see the Final Four, only CBS. Again, these featured games, TBS has 2 of them, and back-to-back. West Region. All games in the West Region today in the first round coverage. Tomorrow, the highlights of the day. Coming in the Midwest region with Miami and Michigan State from Tulsa. And from Indianapolis, it's Michigan and Oklahoma State in the South region tomorrow. Cincinnati and Kansas State from Indianapolis tomorrow in the South. It's Kentucky battles Northern Kentucky as coverage of March Madness continues across TBS, CBS, TNT, and True TV. For our entire crew, this has been a presentation of the road to the Final Four here in March, the month of mayhem. For our entire crew, I'm Greg Gumbel signing off. So Greg Gumbel will be in the studio late night. He'll have all state good hands updates all throughout the day for our entire crew. Peace out.